Hello all. Today we're going to learn about a Japanese multinational corporation, Nikon. Most of us have already heard about this company. Let us know this company in a much better way. Nikon Corporation, also known just as Nikon, is a Japanese multinational corporation headquartered in Tokyo, Japan, specializing in optics and imaging products. Its products include cameras, camera lenses, binoculars, microscopes, ophthalmic lenses, measurement instruments, and the steppers used in the photolithography steps of semiconductor fabrication, of which it is the world's second largest manufacturer. The companies held by Nikon form the Nikon Group. Among its products are Nikon imaging lenses for F-mount cameras, large format photography, photographic enlargers, and other applications. The Nikon F series of 35mm film SLR cameras, the Nikon D series of digital SLR cameras, the Coolpix series of compact digital cameras, and the Nikonos series of underwater film cameras. Nikon's main competitors in camera and lens manufacturing include Canon, Sony, Pentax, and Olympus. Founded on July 25, 1917 as Nippon Kogakuko Gyo Kabushiki ga Gaisha, Japan Optical Industries Corporation Limited, the company was renamed Nikon Corporation after its cameras in 1988. Nikon is one of the companies of the Mitsubishi Group. Nikon Corporation was established on 25th July 1917 when three leading optical manufacturers merged to form a comprehensive, fully integrated optical company known as Nippon Kogaku Tokyo KK. Over the next 60 years, this growing company became a manufacturer of optical lenses, including those for the first Canon cameras and equipment used in cameras, binoculars, microscopes, and inspection equipment. During World War II, the company grew to 19 factories and 23,000 employees, supplying items such as binoculars, lenses, bomb sights, and periscopes to the Japanese military. Reception outside Japan. After the war, Nippon Kogaku reverted to producing its civilian product range in a single factory. In 1948, the first Nikon branded camera was released, the Nikon 1. Nikon lenses were popularized by the American photojournalist David Douglas Duncan. Duncan was working in Tokyo when the Korean War began. Duncan had met a young Japanese photographer, Jun Miki, who introduced Duncan to Nikon lenses. From July 1950 to January 1951, Duncan covered the Korean War, fitting Nikon optics, especially the Nikon PC-1 2 f equals to 8.5 centimeters, to his Leica rangefinder cameras, produced high contrast negatives with very sharp resolution at the center field. Names and brands. Founded in 1917 as Nippon Kogaku Kogyo Kabushiki ga Isha, Japan Optical Industries Corporation. The company was renamed Nikon Corporation after its cameras in 1988. The name Nikon, which dates from 1946, is a merging of Nippon Kogaku and Zeiss brand icon. This caused some early problems in Germany as Zeiss, a company that Nikon violated its trademarked camera. From 1963 to 68, the Nikon F in particular was therefore labeled Nikon. The Nikon brand was introduced in 1932, a westernized rendering of an earlier version, Nikko. An abbreviation of the company's original full name, Nikko, coincidentally means sunlight and is the name of a Japanese town. Nikon is the Nikon brand name for its lenses. Another early brand used on microscopes was Joico, an abbreviation of Japan Optical Industries Corporation. Xpeed is the brand Nikon uses for its image processor since 2007. The rise of the Nikon F series. The Nikon SP and other 1950s and 1960s rangefinder cameras competed directly with models from Leica and Zeiss. However, the company quickly ceased developing its rangefinder line to focus its efforts on the Nikon F single lenses reflex line of cameras, which was successful upon its introduction in 1959. For nearly 30 years, Nikon's F-series SLRs were the most widely used small format cameras among professional photographers, as well as by the US space program. Nikon popularized many features in professional SLR photography, such as the modular camera system with interchangeable lenses, viewfinders, motor drives and data bags, integrated light metering and lens indexing, electronic strobe flash guns instead of expendable flash bulbs, electronic shutter control, evaluative multi-zone matrix metering, and built-in motorized film advance. However, as autofocus SLRs became available from Minolta and others in the mid-1980s, Nikon's line of manual focus cameras began to seem out of date. Despite introducing one of the first autofocus models, the slow and bulky F3AF, the company's determination to maintain lens compatibility with its F mount prevented rapid advances in autofocus technology. Canon introduced a new type of lens camera interface with its entirely electronic Canon EOS cameras and Canon EF lens mount in 1987. The much faster lens performance permitted by Canon's electronic focusing and aperture control prompted many professional photographers, especially in sports and news, to switch to the Canon system through the 1990s. Digital photography. Nikon created some of the first digital DSLRs, Nikon NASA F4 for NASA used in the space shuttle since 1991. After a 1990s partnership with Kodak to produce digital SLR cameras based on existing Nikon film bodies, Nikon released the Nikon D1 SLR under its own name in 1999. Through the mid-2000s, Nikon's line of professional and enthusiast DSLRs and lenses, including their back-compatible AFS lens line, remained in second place behind Canon in SLR camera sales, and Canon had several years' lead in producing professional DSLRs with light sensors as large as traditional 35mm film frames. All Nikon DSLRs from 1999 to 2007, by contrast, used the smaller DX size sensor. Then 2005 management changes at Nikon led to new camera designs such as the full-frame Nikon D3 in late 2007, the Nikon D700 a few months later, and mid-range SLRs. Film camera production. Once Nikon introduced affordable consumer-level DSLRs such as the Nikon D70 in the mid-2000s, sales of its consumers and professional film cameras fell rapidly, following the general trend in the industry. In January 2006, Nikon announced it would stop making most of its film camera models and all of its large format lenses and focus on digital models. Nevertheless, Nikon is the only major camera manufacturer still making film SLRs. The remaining model is the professional Nikon F6, with the last amateur model, FM10, having been discontinued. Movie camera production. Although few models were introduced, Nikon made movie cameras as well. The R10 and R8 Super Zoom Super 8 models, introduced in 1973, were the top of the line and last attempt for the amateur movie field. The cameras had a special gate and claw system to improve image steadiness and overcome a major drawback of Super 8 cartridge design. The R10 model has a high-speed 10x macro zoom lens. Interestingly, and contrary to other brands, Nikon never attempted to offer projectors and accessories. Thai operations. Nikon has shifted much of its manufacturing facilities to Thailand, with some production, especially of Coolpix cameras, and some low-end lenses in China and Indonesia. The company constructed a factory in Ayutthaya, north of Bangkok in Thailand, in 1991. By the year 2000, it had 2,000 employees. Steady growth over the next few years and an increase of floor space from the original 19,400 square meters, 208,827 square feet to 46,200 square meters, 497,300 square feet enabled the factory to produce a wider range of Nikon products. By 2004, it had more than 8,000 workers. The range of the products produced at Nikon Thailand include plastic molding, optical parts, painting, printing, metal processing, plating, spherical lens process, aspherical lens process, prism process, electrical and electronic mounting process, silent wave motor, and autofocus unit production. As of 2009, all of Nikon's DX format DSLR cameras and the D600, a prosumer FX camera, are produced in Thailand, while the professional and semi-professional Nikon FX format full-frame cameras D700, D3, D3S, D3X, D4, D800 and the retro-style DF are built in Japan in the city of Sendai. The Thai facility also produces most of Nikon's digital DX zoom lenses as well as numerous other lenses in the Nikon line. As of November 19, 2013, Nikon is the official camera of Walt Disney World Resort and Disneyland Resort. Nikon is the official co-sponsor of Galatasaray SK football team. In 2014, Nikon sponsored the Copa Sadio do Brazil 2014 and the AFC Champions League. In 1999, Nikon and Essilor have signed a memorandum of understanding to form a global strategic alliance in corrective lenses by forming a 50-50 joint venture in Japan to be called Nikon Essilor Corporation Limited. The main purpose of the joint venture is to further strengthen the corrective lens business of both companies. This will be achieved through the integrated strengths of Nikon's strong brand backed up by advanced optical technology and strong sales network in Japanese market, coupled with the high productivity and worldwide marketing and sales network of Essilor, the world leader in this industry. Nikon SLR Corporate Limited starts its business in January 2000, responsible for research, development, production and sales mainly for ophthalmic optics. Nikon has a metrology division that produces hardware and software products for 2D and 3D measurement from nano to large-scale measurement volumes. Products include optical laser, probes, X-ray, computer topography, coordinate measuring machine, CMM, laser radar systems, LR, microscopes, portable CMMs, large volume metrology, motion measurement and adaptive robotic controls, semiconductor systems, metrology software including CMM Manager, Cameo, Studio and Auto Measure. Measurements are performed using tactile and non-contact probes. Measurement data is collected in software and processed for comparison to nominal CAD computer-aided design or part specification or for recreating reverse engineering physical work pieces. Nikon also manufactures ophthalmic equipment, loupes, monoculars, binocular telescopes, microscopes, laser range finders, cameras for microscopy, optical and video-based measurement, equipment, scanners and steppers for the manufacture of integrated circuits and liquid crystal displays, and semiconductor device inspection equipment. The steppers and scanners represent about 1/3 of the income for the company as of 2008. Nikon has also manufactured eyeglasses, sunglasses and glasses frames under the brands Nikon, Niji, Nobili Type, Preseo and Velocity VTI. So we got to know about the various aspects of Nikon. We went through the company's history to its present day scenario. Hope the information was useful and have a good day.